Hey everybody, John Paul here from YS, and today I want to introduce you to our latest new DTF 24H2. 24 for 24 inch, which is 60 centimeters wide, 2 for 2 heads, and our latest new version of the machine. So the 24H2 has been around now for around about 3 years here at YS, and this is the latest new technology from it. So gone are all the buttons, we've now got a complete great user interface, touchscreen, easy accessible powder system. We've got a powder guide system inside where the powder is held in place, so therefore you have to use less powder to make it more efficient. The machine has a tunnel system which is a belt driven and is held both ends by vacuums, and at the same time we've got 7 lights in here. And I don't know if you've noticed this, guys, but nothing in the middle here to get rid of all the fumes. What's happening is we do have an exhaust, and that exhaust within the machine allows us to clean the air before we filter it outside or send it outside. Now, this machine in particular, we've actually got set up in the showroom here in our demo area, and we actually have a filtration system on the side of the equipment. However, we do have another model coming very shortly, which has everything integrated within the machine itself. Now, one of the great things about the 24H2 system is the dryer. So we're currently, because we have a complete enclosed system, we're only using around about between 17 and 18 amps of pullage, which actually means we're actually only running the oven at around about 55 to 60% of its actual max power, which makes it super efficient. Of course, that saves money in the process of printing. So what have we got here? We've got a 2-head printer, we've got an oven system built in. It allows us to change on demand. We have a rip behind us working hard and making sure all those colors are nicely managed. DTF, what is DTF? DTF stands for direct to film. And if you haven't seen the DTF revolution, it's taken on a lot of different forms, and it's changed the world in application for textile applications. So long are the days gone of weeding and also peeling, and those horrible little fingers that you end up with soreness. DTF makes life so much easier, makes the machine operate quick, makes the easy application. It only takes around 10 seconds to actually heat press onto the material. One of the great things about DTF is that because of that 10 seconds, that's it, it's finished. It's nice, super soft. Yes, we can hit it with a transfer, with a piece of Teflon. Yes, we can use a piece of parchment. And of course, one of the most important bits is how it feels afterwards. Whether we want a soft feel, whether we want a transfer feel, whether we want a shiny feel. It's all down to you and the application. The 24H2, as I said earlier, has been around for about 3 years now. And in its latest form today, it's super efficient, and it can produce around about up to, well, let's say depending on the resolution, around about 20 linear meters per hour. In reality, it's going to be about between 14 and 15. It's a high resolution, but it can do 20 linear meters per hour, making it very, very fast. So you could effectively get up to 1,000 transfers, or however you want to call them, but 1,000 transfers within the space of just 1 linear meter. Now, what does that mean cost-wise? Cost-wise for a linear meter, you're talking around about between £3 and £4, depending on resolution and high quality or lower quality. So that 1,000 stickers or transfers now becomes £3, £4 divided by 1,000. Yep, it's pennies. So from pennies application point of view, makes life easy, and you've got nice, bold, bright, punchy colors at the same time. Hey everybody, John Paul here from YS, and just another short video. I want to introduce to you the latest new DTF printer from Coldesi. So it's our 24H2. 24 selling for 24 inch wide, i.e. 600 millimeters wide, 2 for 2 heads. And it's an automated machine, as you can see, where we're printing on demand, constantly printing, coming through a powder assembly, and also coming down a tunnel, drying, and it's being pulled all the way through and is set up in an automatic mode. One of the big things that makes this machine different to a lot of our competitors is how the tunnel is designed. We don't have any big extraction systems on the top. As you can see, it's one complete unit. And yes, I can lay my hand on it. It's nice and cool to the touch, which means everything is doing its job inside the tunnel, which a lot of people can't do, and a lot of people can't hold their hands or anything else on here. Yes, it's warm, but it's not hot. So the first most important thing is that we don't have an extraction system on top. It's going through the machine, it's circulating the hot air, and it's making sure that it's a stable environment. Now, the next thing here is that with our system, it's a belt-driven system. We have 7 special lamps for heating. And one of the really great things about this machine is that we're actually only pulling around 18 amps. So it's quite efficient on electricity because we're doing a lot of recycling of air inside the machine. So therefore, it means we don't have to heat it up so much, which is great for the economy and great for the environment. So when we talking about the equipment on the machine, as you can see, it's just constantly working, nicely re-rolling, allows us to take that off at any time once we're finished. Now, we can print and change jobs on the fly. At this minute in time, RIP is set up to just keep printing different jobs and pulling through. The machine itself is quite compact. As you can see from its design, doesn't look like anything else on the market. A lot of other companies out there doing DTF, and believe me, this is different. It's a completely different entity in design and structure to everybody else that's out there. We also have a LED touchscreen on this machine. So the LED touchscreen allows the user to be very easily interactive with the equipment, which means it's very in hand, on demand. So the machine itself, be it the printer or be it the drying system that we have connected to it, is working super efficient. Now within the machine, we have ink storage at the back, filtration systems at the back. So the machine is constantly printing and can print 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, if that's what you wish to do so. Obviously, like any machine, needs maintenance and needs care and needs looking after. One of the great things about the DTF 24H2 system is that, as I said earlier, we don't have an extraction system built into the system on top. But what we do have is we have a pipe, we have an inbuilt system which allows us to clean the air coming out, and you can feed directly out into the atmosphere, knowing that the equipment is doing its job and making sure that the environment is clean. Alternatively, like ourselves, we're in an environment here. So today we've actually got the machine hooked up to our internal systems so that we can recycle the air and it's all nice and healthy and safe. As you'll also see here, we've got a front heated bed. We've got a entrance heated bed on the printer. It's heating the ink and drying the ink as the machine is actually physically printing. Both print heads are in a inline situation, i.e. front and back. And from a flow process, we can actually get up to around about 20 linear meters per hour. We have a convenient placed powder assembly at the top, which is small, compact and full, and doesn't take very much filling at all. At the same time, we also have a touchscreen display, making it very easy for the operator to stand in one place at a time whilst operating the equipment and control the whole machine. As you can see, we have a built-in powder shaker. So what's happening here is the beater is actually beating the powder excess off the actual film, and you can see all the holes just there behind the film, and that's our vacuum making sure that that film is nicely taut and pulling down through the machine without any issues. Here you can see it coming into the powder assembly. Now we don't need a recirculating system here, but what we do have, we have a special guide in the base. So all of our film and powder is held together nicely and evenly. So as the machine progresses printing, the film automatically goes under the powder system. The powder system automatically applies it and also shakes it off. What we can see here is obviously we've got some air fans cooling down the film as it's rolling through the machine and coming off. Okay, so now we're going to apply the other transfer that we made. In this case, this transfer, we actually took out the black. We knocked the black out, so we wanted to use the material from the actual fabric. Going to press over the top there. Don't have to use parchment over the top. Personally, I like doing that. It makes it, I think it makes it feel a little softer. Going to press that for 10 seconds, 140 degrees. It's a hot peel, straight off. As we can see, nothing left behind. Okay. And as per the image, you can see they're nice and bold. We're just going to put that back on top to finish. Again, 5 seconds just to make sure wash fastness is there. And there we have it. Nice, bright colours, popping, no black background. Yeah, and remember, it's a different image. Every image is slightly different, but now we've got a nice, super soft feel that I can touch. So I'm just going to apply our YS group graphic onto a normal black t-shirt. In the center here. Okay. You don't have to use any form of parchment paper, but I like to, just to make sure it's in there nice. 10 seconds, 140 degrees, instant hot peel. Straight off. We're using a Stolz Fusion IQ press here. You can use other presses, but we find using this one is pretty awesome. And whilst we wait for that to do its final finish, you can see nothing there. And the most important bit here is that we've now got a black shirt with a cool, bright, punchy print. Okay, so we're going to go ahead now and make a transfer. We're going to take the graphic that we just printed, nice and flat, straight, relatively easy, straight into the press, and from there, press that in for 10 seconds. Now, what's happening now is the glue and the inks are all nicely binding and straight into the material. Take that straight out, peel that straight off. And as you can see here, nice and clean image, nicely onto our material. Now, from here, what we're also going to do is we're now going to just press that again. Now, you can use different things here. You can use some, let's say, some parchment paper, which is what we're going to use today for a softer feel. In this case, relatively easy, just straightforward paper and film. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we've now applied our transfer. And what we're going to do is just finish that in and lock in for wash fastness. So I'm just going to use a piece of parchment, straight on, 5-second press. And what that gives us now is a nice, super soft finish. Some would say it's actually very close to DTG. And there we have it. One finished, super fine, nice, bright print. As you can see there, guys, look at this small text, super fine detail. Now we'll go ahead and do the same thing now. So we've got a nice soft feel there. We'll go ahead and do the same, exactly the same thing now on a black t-shirt, just to show you how easy it is. Now this t-shirt's been sat around for a little while now. So just gonna give it a quick press. So as we know, a DTF printer direct to film is pretty flexible in what it can do. As you can see here, we've got several different graphics that we've just printed, from very fine text on a dark garment, to the same graphic on a light garment, to our wonderful panda design that gives you some great intricate print and also some nice definition, bright colors. DTF is really a revolution. It's really technique, is far above other products. Of course, there's other products that have their place in the marketplace, such as, you know, print and cut, great for football kits, just like this machine can do sublimated football kits. You've then got out there DTG, direct to garment, which is a lot soft feel. Now, you know, again, at the end of the day, it's about ink, it's about values with DTF, but the reality is with DTF, it can compete with DTG. It's faster, it's cheaper. From a physical print point of view, it's nice and soft. And again, all that is down to how you use the machine and how the settings are and how the manufacturer tries to help you and to assist you to move forward. So for me, DTF's a big winner. I know that we've got a lot of very happy customers out there in the UK market and around the globe with Cold Desert products. And you know, at the end of the day, it's down to you. it's getting out of a machine what you want to put into it. And the graphic, if you put really good quality graphics in, the machine will just print. Of course, it is a printer, so therefore the wonderfulness of printing is that it literally sees what it sees. So whatever you give it, it prints it, whether that's pixelated or not pixelated. The machine will just print. So from me, thanks for watching the short video, guys. My name's John Paul. Give us a click on the website, yesltd.co.uk. Click on the chat, drop us an email, give us a call. We're trying here to help your business to move forward. And if you'd like to see a demo, give us a ring and arrange a demonstration of the latest technology. Thanks for watching today, guys.